Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to ask, what is triggering the separation this week? We're going to do some fun ones with with this deck. This one, I always enjoy this type of questions, but we're also going to ask for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. What could be triggering the separation this week? We're going to use this deck for the divine masculine side. We're going to use this deck for the divine feminine side. Please feel free to switch roles if you identify with the other side. Also, feel free to take guidance for both sides, as we are both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Also, this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, this is a timeless reading, so when you click on this channel, it's the right time for you. Okay, so let's ask the divine masculine first. What is triggering separation? What is triggering separation right now for the divine masculine? 2 cards, please. What's triggering separation? 2 cards. What is triggering separation? 2 cards for divine masculine. Interesting. Okay, so what's triggering separation for the divine masculine? Well, we have Hierophant reversed and we have 2 of Swords upright. Yeah, so there's some mental conflict going on. And the Hierophant is reversed. So I do apologize. That's my daughter in the background talking. Anyway, so what I'm getting, what my guides are saying is that instead of working on their wisdom, instead of working on spirituality and being one with their soul, instead it's more confusion and being up in their heads and having all this mental conflict. So that is what's triggering separation for the divine masculine side. That's very interesting. Let's look at the divine feminine side. 2 cards. 2 cards for the divine feminine, please. 2 cards for the divine feminine. What is triggering separation right now? What is triggering separation right now? 2 cards. 2 cards. What is triggering separation? What is triggering? Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have 7 of Wands upright, and we have 9 of Cups reversed. I do apologize again, all that background noise. That's my daughter being very loud. I do apologize. Okay, so 7 of Wands upright. So this is a defense mechanism, being very defensive. So this is going to block twin flame union, of course, because it is a mirror. And the mirror is, what you feel, they feel, right? That's the big mirror. And 9 of Cups, so not being in your own fulfillment, right? Not being satisfied and not having your wishes fulfilled, like that you're taking care of your own needs and nourishing your own life, okay? That is also triggering separation at this time. Okay, let's take a look at this deck now. This is a fun deck. Me and my daughter love to use this deck all the time. So this is for the collective. It's a huge deck though. Like my hands are not big enough to get around this whole deck. But we're going to pull 4 cards for the divine masculine and 4 cards for the divine feminine to kind of give you a better gist of like what could be triggering the separation. This is a really fun deck. All right, so, and it's very like honest. Sometimes it's hard to hear, but sometimes you'll be like, oh yeah, well that's true. All right, so this is for the collective. This is for the collective divine masculine side. For the collective divine masculine side, we need 4 cards as to exactly what is triggering separation for the divine masculine side. 4 cards, please. 4 cards as to what is triggering. What is triggering separation? Or you know what? Also, let's ask this. And what's going well? And oh, there's my dog. You'd think it'd be a little calm in the background, but it's not. Sorry about that. That's my dog. Okay. Anyway, and what's going well? 4 cards. either what's going well or what's triggering. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so interesting. This is what we have. So for the divine masculine side, this is what's going well, and then we'll go what's probably triggering. Okay, the separation. So for the divine masculine, we have what's going well is the femi. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just hit pause 1 second, please. Sorry about that. Okay, so for the divine masculine. So this is the light attribute of the femme fatale. This is about highlighting the erotic energy of the feminine, opening your heart when your dependency is rejected. Okay, so the divine masculine side in the collective, you are actually doing really well with this, okay? You're actually opening your heart despite rejection. You're getting into your divine feminine. It's so interesting. I almost feel like divine feminines are kind of imbalanced in their own divine feminine, and the divine masculines kind of imbalanced in their own divine masculines. I don't know if you noticed that. Whereas the divine masculines, they seem to do better in their divine feminine side. Like they're the ones that are patient and like they're opening up their hearts and they're receptive, right? And the divine feminines, they're more like striving and go-getting, and it's like, let's get this done. And so it's like we're trying to balance that out, right? But anyway, yeah, so that's what's going well with the divine masculine. Like they're in their divine feminine. They're in that opening up your heart, all right? Even when you have been rejected. Okay, so let's take a look at what else, and then we'll go like what's imbalanced. So the angel is imbalanced. So this could be triggering separation. It says acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So what they're telling me with this one is just that, it's just almost like you putting on a mask, right? So it's like you're wearing that mask of like kind of like acting like, oh, innocent and like I didn't do anything, and when really like everyone plays a part, right? Like everyone plays the darkness, right? No one's all angelic. Right? We all have a dark side, we all have a light side, right? The yin and the yang, we all have it. And so the divine masculine's having a hard time fessing up to their dark side. They're just kind of acting like, oh, I'm all angelic, and or I am all like, in the light, and whereas if you're in the light angel aspect, you're going to experience more of well, first of all, not playing the part of being innocent. Okay, you're not gonna falsely claim to be innocent and angelic. At the same time, though, you're going to be probably focus more on helping others, right? Instead of like, the divine masculine is about focusing on self, but also like focusing, helping others. So that's something that's a little imbalanced for some of you. Obviously, this is a collective reading. The other one that's imbalanced is the gambler. So maybe like you're relying on luck rather than hard work. Maybe you're just maybe you're hoping something will come your way without actually doing the work. So that's the gambler, um, you know, uh, shadow. So the gambler light attribute would be more willing to follow your own intuition, even when others doubt you. So following your own tuition instead of, oh, like I'm counting on my own luck, I'm just taking a chance, but you're not actually doing the work. That would also be triggering separation. But here's divine masculine is balance. We have the queen. So the queen radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. So the divine masculine, very, very protective of others, right? So being in that light attribute of being very like, I want to make sure everyone around me is okay. Being very protective. Very nice. Okay. But now let's look at the divine feminine. Let's pull 4. We'll see what's balanced or what's not balanced. What could be triggering? What could be triggering separation this week? What could be triggering? What could be triggering separation this week? Pull 4 cards. 4 cards, please. Shuffle one more time. Perfect. 4 cards for the Divine Feminine. Okay. Yep, this is a big one. So first we'll go over what's the shadow, and then second we'll go over the light. Okay, so for the shadow, what's imbalanced is the hero heroine. Okay, so what's imbalanced is it's like an escapism, right? So instead of like a passion for this journey, so instead of a passion for this journey of personal empowerment, this is reversed. So this is what's going to trigger separation, is that instead it's kind of like a escapism, like instead of doing the work, instead of doing that personal empowerment type journey where you're doing everything you can to like be the best version of yourself, instead you're going through some kind of escapism, like what can I do to like escape this pain that I'm in, instead of like climbing the mountain, maybe you're going around it, right? So and this is not for all of you, this is a collective reading, but for some of you, maybe you know this journey of personal empowerment is not being really acted upon on a daily basis. Okay, and so the second one is visionary shadow. So this is another one that's imbalanced, and this is about it says selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. So the visionary, they are capable of envisioning what is yet not conceivable to others, okay? And they're willing to proclaim a vision without regard. So with the shadow, it's like what I'm getting, what they're telling me is that it's like, even though the vision, and like where you're going, and what it's supposed to look like, and you have to do this to get there, it's like you're compromising that, and you're doing something different to make it more acceptable in the 3D world. It's like you're forgetting that this is a 5D and higher relationship, and that you need to climb this mountain and a vibration to be with your twin flame. So instead, you're kind of compromising yourself and compromising your vision to make it more acceptable, if that makes sense. And so instead of climbing the mountain, which, trust me, I know this is difficult. This is a very difficult, and it's hard to hold a vision when everyone else is telling you that you're nuts, and to forget about it, and to stop it, and to stop going after this unrequited love, right? It's something where you got to hold, like, your vision, it's right when everyone else is telling you you're wrong. You hold your vision, and I'm telling myself this too, right? Because there are things where, especially even with this YouTube channel, it's like sometimes, like, it's right, and like it's the right direction, but at the same time in the physical it's like, well, but where's the proof of that? Right? You're like, well, where's the proof? I don't see anything in the physical that's the proof, right? And so you end up compromising yourself. You're like, well, I feel like then I must be going in the wrong direction, you know? And I totally get that. But here's what's balanced. So the oneness versus abandonment. So this was upright this time, because the last time we did this deck, it was reversed. So you're getting into that oneness, which is awesome. So the fact that for many of you, you are feeling in oneness with people, and I actually coach on this, because to embody that, like how to embody oneness with everyone. Because it's like one thing to intellectually know that, but to embody it is a whole other ball of wax. So I coach on this, and this is all about the unity, right? And then being the student, right? Humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning, right? It's almost like a dichotomy, right? It's almost like maybe some of you are balancing this and some of you aren't, or some of you are doing the work, You are gaining more knowledge, you're devoting yourself to knowledge, but at the same time doing your escapism and not holding your vision. But for some of you, I think for some, like maybe half of you, you are doing this, right? Like maybe this is upright. So maybe you are holding your vision, you are climbing this mountain because it's almost like a reverse here. I almost feel like it's saying the same thing. But for some of you, you are gaining this knowledge. You are open to lifelong learning. You are open to becoming the best version of yourself. You are embodying, or at least you're learning about oneness, right? So, anyway, so these are the things that could be triggering separation, though, for some of you, holding your own vision and the passion for personal empowerment. Okay, let's see. So now let's just get some guidance for those of you who are in separation. Or sometimes it's not even just for those in separation, because being in twin flame union can sometimes be tougher depending on your journey. Being in twin flame union can be actually more devastating due to the no commitment thing, than being in separation. So let's get some guidance. Let's get some guidance for the divine masculine side. Let's get some guidance. What's going on with the divine masculine side? But as we know, this is a spiritual journey, and that's what this is all about. All right, so for the divine masculine, your guidance is inner peace, clearing your past, ancient trauma, physical, mental, and spiritual practices, love, inner child. Yeah, that's huge. That's how to get to inner peace. We have to practice that, and it's not like a one-shot deal. You got to keep doing it. Trust me, I've been doing this for over a year now. So you're clearing your past, you are clearing your bloodline, and you are healing your inner child. And I used to think it was like, oh, just a couple of times, but no, it's a lot. You have to keep doing it. It's a spiritual practice, and that's what's going to help you get to the highest version of yourself, to that divine masculine status. All right, let's look at the divine feminine side. What is your guidance? What is the guidance for the divine feminine, please? It is allowing. Relax, enjoy yourself, have faith, allow situations to unfold. Answers come, highest outcome. Yeah, that's a big one for me too. Just allow, relax, stop overthinking it. Just climb your own mountain, just empower yourself and relax and hold your vision. Just know with a knowing that this is right, this is true, that this is what you're supposed to be doing, this is who you're supposed to be doing it with, right? And allow it to happen. It's beautiful. Let's get some messages from each other. Let's look. What does the divine masculine want the divine feminine to know first? 2 cards. What does the divine masculine want the divine feminine to know, please? 2 cards. What does the divine masculine want the divine feminine to know? Well, the divine masculine wants you to know the karma is a bitch, and I finally got mine. So something's going on their side. Karma is a bitch. Something happened over there, and I'm sorry I held myself back with you. I'm sorry I held myself back with you. Yeah. Let's look at the divine. I know. I'm always so curious. I'm always like, well, what kind of karma? I'm so curious. It's really none of my business, though. Okay. I'm sure like their karma is not having you in their life, right? That's the karma, not having you in their life. All right. What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know? 2 cards. What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know, please? All right, the divine feminine wants the divine masculine to know that they got spooked. I know exactly how that was. When I was first dating my twin flame, I got spooked too. Man, I had no idea what was going on. Well, I'll tell you what's going on. What they're doing is they are mirroring back to you all the inner wounds that are inside of you that you didn't even know existed. That's what's happening. Man, did I spiral out. It was horrible. Okay, and then I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. Aw. So Divine Feminine wants the Divine Masculine to know, I have never forgotten you, even though you think I have. Beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. If you like this, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Please share this video. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all my new subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And if you're interested in a reading, just email me at twinflamealchemisttarot@gmail.com, and I will see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.